Small talk.
My first day working for Genesis was in 1996, and I'll never forget it because I turned up and the first song that we were about to record was a song called Shipwrecked. It's a perfectly good song, but unfortunately I had to listen to Mike Rutherford singing it, and he can't sing at all. So there I am at my first day with my brown underwear on, listening to Mike Rutherford singing, and he said, "Well, Ray, I've got this new song," because he sounds like Prince Charles. He says, "I've got this new song, Ray, it's called Shipwrecked, and I'd like to sing it for you." I'm saying, "You okay?" So he's kind of there going, "I'm a million miles from anywhere, I'm shipwrecked, I'm shipwrecked." And I'm thinking, fuck's sake. Thinking I'd come to the wrong studio, you know. And I thought, I'm watching this guy, you know, he's a legend, and I'm watching this guy singing and he sounds just terrible. And I thought, I can't laugh. Not on my first day, so I've got the nail in my thumb, sticking into my hand, you know, kind of pretending I'm interested in this song. And Mike's there, "Shipwreck, shipwreck," and I'm sticking it into my hand. And I've got this vision in my mind of Mike on a raft in the middle of the North Sea, floating, you know, because I kind of hoped that that's where he was at that time. But so he's singing away, and I think, don't laugh, you can't laugh. First day, don't laugh. And I'm kind of looking interested. And I thought, what do I do? Because, you know, the tears were kind of running down my face. I thought, what do I do to stop myself laughing? So I'm sitting there, Mike's here, producer is there, and Tony Banks, keyboard player, is at the other end of the mixing desk. I thought, right, I'll look at Tony Banks, because he never smiled. I thought, I'll look at him, stop me laughing. So Mike's there, he's on his raft. So I look over at Tony Banks to stop myself laughing, and Tony Banks is pissing himself laughing. Which starts me, and it breaks the ice. And it was a moment that I will never forget. And actually, the songs.
Small talk.
By the way, guys, what will be the instrument that will play this solo? And I noticed that right away, Mike Rutherford started laughing and Tony Banks get this serious face and he pressed the talkback. He goes, "What do you mean, what is the final instrument? This is the instrument."
Small talk.
Back in the summertime this year, I was touring around Europe, and I received a phone call from Tony Banks, and it was strange for two reasons. The first was that I hadn't heard from anybody for about 8 years. The second reason was that Tony Banks never uses the telephone. He hates the telephone. He always gets his wife to answer the phone. So anyway, it was kind of strange. And basically, because they were re-releasing Calling All Stations and stuff, they were, you know, just trying to be nice, I think. And they invited me along to a concert, because I've always wanted to see a Genesis concert. And I've never actually seen one. I've always been in it. So it was kind of strange watching the band. But they invited me to a show, and I went along to Hanover and watched the gig there. And several years ago, when I started doing acoustic performances in 2001, I did the version of In the Air Tonight. And I used to tell a few stories, and one of the stories was this. The first week I started working with Genesis, and I used to fly from Edinburgh to London, work Monday to Friday, and then fly home again. And at the end of the first week, I arrived in Edinburgh Airport, and my mobile phone was ringing, and I'm in the car park, so I've got my socks and pants and everything everywhere, and it's raining because it's Scotland, and everything's everywhere. Eventually, I get my mobile phone. It's my mother. I say hello. She says, "Is that you, Ramy, darling?" Because she calls me Ramy. Is that you, Ramy, darling? I said, "Yes, it is, Mum. What is it?" She said, "Phil Collins wants his job back." It's a true story. Phil Collins wants his job back. I said, "What do you mean he wants his job back? I've only been singing with him for 5 days." She said, "No, I saw him interviewed on VH1 and he wants his job back."
I didn't ever want to leave.
Here's the best bit. She said, "It sounds to me like he's a little bit short of cash.
I don't live the life of someone that has that much money.
My mother's mine. And he wants back into the band, you see? And she may be a visionary because he's back. Maybe he is short of cash. So this is my mother anyway. This is the story. And I used to tell this story. And 7 years later, 6 years later, whatever, I'm in Hanover talking to Mike and Tony backstage, you know, blah, blah, about music and stuff. And Phil Collins comes in backstage. And he comes up to me and he says, "Tell your mother I got my job back."